Hello, I am Reverend Larry Johnson. Today's devotional is entitled God's Provision. The scripture is from Genesis, the 22nd chapter, the 7th and the 8th verse, and it reads, Isaac spake unto Abraham his father, and said, Father. And he said, Here am I, my son. And he said, Behold, the fire, the wood, but where is the lamb for the burnt offering? Abraham said, My son, God will provide himself a lamb for the burnt offering. We sacrifice time, money, and energy doing things that only brings temporary fulfillment. A sacrifice may be freely given, but a genuine sacrifice is always pleasing to God. Abraham was obedient in his attempt to sacrifice his only son as an offering to God. Manna is symbolic of God's provision for supplying the Israelites with what they needed. A need is defined as a lack of something that is necessary. The Israelites' provision was food while wandering in the wilderness for 40 years. God, seeing their need for food, provided them with a substance known as manna. When Abraham raised his knife to sacrifice his only son, God, seeing the genuineness of his heart, provided him a ram for him to sacrifice for the burnt offering. Abraham named this place Jehovah Jireh, which means the Lord will provide. God knows the heart of man, and a genuine sacrifice will never go unnoticed. God is always providing for us in ways we do not know. The challenge is for us to see the provision and protection, even when it is different than what we expect. The Psalmist 118:24 reads, This is the day that the Lord has made. We will rejoice and be glad in it. Why? With everything that is going on in the world, why rejoice? We rejoice because the Lord is our shepherd, and we shall not want. David is describing that the Lord was all he needed. The scripture is also saying the Lord is a protector as well as a provider. The purpose for a manna provision is not just for God's protection or provision, but it is for us to experience His love, His power, and to trust Him completely. God is always doing multiple things in our lives, but we may only be aware of a few of them. Even when we look at how things have changed over the past several months, we cannot dismiss how God is still our ultimate provider and protector. So remember, God will never leave nor forsake us in our greatest hour of need. Have an awesome day in the Lord.